Okay, guys, welcome back. This is Jimdel. I'm back for this is part two, by the way. I'm back for part two as we're working on advanced rating system in PHP using PHP and advanced rating system. Okay, with upload image using PHP and MySQL database. We did part one. The previous video I did, we did part one. Now this is part two, and also I'm going to show you what we are doing. This is where we left. Okay, on part one, this is where we left. Now this is what we're doing right now. Let me show you again. For those of you who new find this tutorial or this channel for the first time, please, this is a great channel for you to learn coding. Okay, and if you do not subscribe yet to my channel, please do that. I would really appreciate it from you. I thank you. Okay, now this is what we are doing, and this is where we left. Okay, now we will continue. Okay, also for those, one second, for those of you who are new, though you new, this is for the first time. Okay, this is what we are doing. You got this system, advanced system review. You can upload image or pictures for other customer to see. Not only you give your ratings here, and then you give your comment. And also you can upload the image. You can upload the image. Good. Or you want to you upload the image, and when you can see this is page one, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, one thing I remember I forgot to mention was you I create cookies. I set cookies to prevent customers to not to add two reviews or two reviews on the same page. Okay, only one is allowed. Only one is allowed. Okay. Also, you can click on this picture, as you can see, and then become bigger. On page, this is page two. When you got other picture and you click on it, you can see the picture bigger. This is a good option, guys. I know you like it, and for this reason, I'm asking you to subscribe my channel. Also, share this channel with people you know, and with your friends, with everybody on the social media, and so on. Okay, let continue. I don't wanna spend take too much time to show you, because on the previous video you can go to part one. I did not mention part one. Put part one, but you can see it's part one. Okay, now let's go. I don't need this. Let me cut this. This is where we left. As we continue, we did that. This is our database. We called our database advanced underscore advanced underscore rating, and we created ID. This is we no first of all we call our table reviews. This is our table name right here, reviews, and we create inside of the table, we create ID and then page ID. We create name, content, rating, and submit date. Now let's go back to our code and continue, guys. I created the first page, index.html. This is it right here, and we did create we do style.css to give some style, because our link is called we have style.css, we have style.css. Also, we have reviews.css. This is for after. We finish index.html, style.css. Now let's work in on reviews.php. This is where we left after the try catch block, and we created our database. Okay, let's continue, guys. Now what I'm going to create right now is I'm going to create a function. This function will convert the time to time elapsed on string. Okay, this function will convert the time. And let me, if you want, I can add. I'm going to add few comments for you that will help you. let me say create, or I can say, this is function, or can put it like this, create function to create function that will convert the time to time elapsed string. Okay, now I'm going to say function time underscore elapsed underscore string. Okay, and I'm going to pass the date time. I'm going to say date time comma and space full equal false. Okay. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to say now equal new date time. Put a time. Okay, like this. The second equal, when you add something, say now, just post it, your post, you put your comment, your rating is now equal, how many hours, month, and so on, years. Okay, I'm going to say equal new, same thing, date time, and now I'm going to pass variable date time. Okay. The next, for the difference, $sign equal, for the difference, this is how you calculate it. You said $sign now, okay, array, this is an arrow, difference, diff, equal, $sign equal. Okay, this is how you calculate it. Okay, guys. The next, difference all again. This time, we said W stand for weight equal space floor difference. Now, you're not done yet. There's something else we should add. For the day, default date, day, okay? D stands for day divided by 7. Okay, and semicolon. Okay, you got 7 days. Also, we said difference diff. Now at this time put day less or equal space difference, okay, week time 7. Okay, next I'm going to say string equal array, string array single quote, Y stand for year, okay, and single quote we add here, comma, space, single quote. Now we add M stand for month. To add month, we put single quote, and then we add month. Put comma, space, single quote. W stand for week. To add week, and we put single quote. We put week, comma, space, And now we put D. D stand for day. No, put D stand for, okay, day space single quote. We put day, and we put comma space single quote. We put H. H stands for hour. Okay. To put hour, we put single quote. We put hour, and we put comma space. Okay. We put single quote and we put I. Okay. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Let's continue. We're not done yet. I stand for minute. Minute. We said I stand for minute. To put minute, space, single quote, and we put minute. We put a comma, space. Now we put, to put second, we use S, and put single quote, put S. Okay. S stand for second, space, single quote, put second. And then this is where we're done for this part. Okay. And then you can go to next line. Let's go to next line. Okay. This is next line. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to use a for each loop. I have to loop. Okay. When you post something, and when you loop it, and so that we can grab what we want, years, month, how many month, years, and all these variable, this value will pass inside of the loop. For this reason, I'm going to use a for each loop. I'm going to say for each, okay, for each $sign string, got $2. For each string, okay, as I'm not, okay, let me use simple as k, okay, and here instead of value, and to use and, or we need $sign and $sign v as value. Okay, here I'm going to put our code inside of it. Now if statement, if now if different, okay, k, okay, let me do this. If different k, now $sign v equal, now you call different, okay, k, same thing, space, dot, concatenate, and single quote, space dot v, okay, space dot, and now we call different again, different k, $sign k, space greater, okay, is greater than 1, is greater than 1, question mark, space, single quote s, space, okay, space again, single quote, and then we're done. All this space, guys, inside, this is where you call each single thing that you want. When you for the each loop, you call the string, because each here inside of this array we got string, and this is for the inside of this loop, you loop this string. That's why I say for each string as k, you can put anything, it could be p and so on, and v, okay, and you loop each one of them. Y for here, M for month, W for week, and so on. Okay. If different greater than 1, and then call them. Call it. Here, pass everything. Okay. Now we're done here, and if now I have to call else in case else, okay, else unset string, okay, else string k. This one done. Okay. All right. Now another if, guys. If not full, that means if you don't put anything inside the box. If not full, this stands for not. Okay. If not full, and you call string to act, string array, okay, slice. I'm going to use an array slice underscore, okay, string array slice array. We call string again. At this time you said 0 and 1. Could be 0 or 1, comma 1. Okay. If not full, if when you don't put anything, array slice the string we got here, okay? Check inside of each string. Could be 0 or 1. It should return something, okay? Now we said return string. Okay, space question mark, and we have to include that. Single quote, comma, space, and yes, we already do. Okay, we have one already, and instead of pieces, we using string. Okay, and we go space dot, okay, single quote, space, ego. This is where you add your comment and say how many time, month, week, and so on. Now ego, we go space, single quote, just now. Okay, this is done. Okay, this part, let me comment this out for you. This is I'm going to say end of time time elapsed. This is underscore string. Okay, now next what we are going to create now, guys, okay, now I'm going to create the page ID. I'm going to create the page ID. Okay, let me add some comments. I'm going to create the page, okay, page ID. So the page ID need to exist. Okay, this is used to determine so which reviews or ratings are for which page. So which page. Okay, now for this reason I'm going to say if is set, okay, then I say get the page ID for each page, okay, bracket, single quote. Remember, we create page ID, the page ID. Let me show you. If we go back to our this is the page ID, our database. We create ID, page ID, name, content, and so on. And go back to our code. Okay, the page ID. Okay, let me go up a little bit. Another if inside of it. If is set. Now this time, when you take the page ID, now we have to post it. You take the page ID and you call each individual customer. Now, if is set post method post what you're going to post, remember I told you name, okay, and you go here, you put a comma, okay, space, $ post, and bracket single quote. After we get the post, we got the name, content, and so on. We have to take each one of this. Now we have name. Now we need rating. We do the same thing. Put a comma, okay, and space, and post again, bracket single quote. Now we put content. Okay. Now this is where we're going to add our code. Now let me put something for you. Now I'm going to check if user has already posted a review. If you now you have to check if user has already posted a review. Now for this reason, let me say check, okay, if user has already posted a review. Okay, let's go, guys. Now I want to say if, okay, if is set. Now at this time, if user has already posted a review, guys. Now this is where I have to stop it. Now this is where I put my cookie to prevent that. The user should post only one review, not 2 or 3. Okay. Now I said if is set variable cookie, okay, variable cookie bracket single quote for the review. This is you now I called I put a review, okay, go space that concatenate get, now $ get bracket single quote. Now for the cookie on each page to check that, I want the cookie to check each single page. Okay. Now for the page ID, okay, for the page ID. Okay, guys. Now I have to say exit. Okay, I call it should exit. You have, okay, you have already posted a review. Okay. Now this is done. This is why I create this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, guys, this is where I'm going to create the insert, where you're going to insert your review, insert everything. Where you're going to insert a new review where user can submit a review form. Okay. Now for this reason, I'm going to say insert a new, okay, insert a new review. Let me put it this way, where user submitted review form. Okay. And for this reason, I'm going to use a statement, stmt, statement equal, for security purposes I use a PDO. I use PDO, okay, to prepare the statement for me. This is where I have to insert. I say insert into our table name called reviews. This is our table name right here, reviews. Okay. Insert into our table name called reviews. Okay. I want you to insert the first thing, page ID, okay, comma space, name space, content space, also submitted, underscore date. Okay. And go here to submit. I have to add the value now. submit space values. What are the values? Okay, we don't know that. That's why I use question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark, comma. I need four of it because I have 1, 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. 1, 2, 3. 1 is missing. Now add the other one, the last one. Now I use the word. I use inside of it after the last one question mark. I use now and parentheses. Okay. Got it right, guys. Okay, now I'm done on this part. Okay, let's continue. Next line, I'm going to create space. I need another statement. Okay, this statement is okay. I say statement. Now, the first statement, I prepared everything to insert into our table name reviews. Now I have to execute that statement. Okay, I have to execute it. For this reason, I said I use execute. Okay, right here. Now I say bracket $sign get. Okay, get what? The first thing I want to get is the first thing I want to get. I use another bracket inside of the get. In single quote, follow me, guys. The first thing I want to get is the page ID. Okay. The first thing is the page ID. I go here, I put a comma and space. I put a post, underscore post. Okay. And I put a bracket single quote. And I call name. I want to execute page ID the first thing. And I put execute name. And go here, put a comma. Okay, space, and you need post. Also, you need a bracket, single quote. I want to execute content. Also, I'll go here, put a comma. Okay, and space. Now, post. The last one, last but not least, bracket, single quote. This is rating. Okay. Now. This is done, and put semicolon at the end. Okay, guys. Now, on the next line, let me move this so that, yeah, I want this to fit here. I want this to fit. I can put, yeah, leave it like this. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Next. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get the ID of the review. Okay? Let me put get the ID of the review or rating. Now, for this, I'll say ID equal $sign PDO. Okay? Last insert ID. Last insert ID. Okay. I'm done with this one. Next, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to check. I'm done with ID. Now I'm going to check if the user has uploaded images. Okay. Let me write it down for you. Get check, not get. Check if the user has uploaded images. For this, I said if with the if statement. If set. Now for I have to use file. Okay. If set file images. Okay. And then going to insert put my code here. Put my code here. Okay, right here. Check to see if the user has uploaded images. Okay, and before I put okay, code here, let me say something. Let me say the folder. Okay, this is where the folder the image will be stored. This is let me say the folder where the images, okay, will be stored. Okay. Now I call the folder, the place, I call it target direction. Okay. I say $sign. Okay. I say target underscore there for direction equal single quote review underscore image /. This is the file, or you can call it file path. Okay, semicolon. Okay, now for after created this, I'm going to say for is hello for I, okay, equal 0, okay, for I equals 0, comma, semicolon, I, okay, space, less than count, less than count the file that we just already added. Let me, where is it? Right here. Okay, you can copy this and paste this one here, paste this one here, and put a bracket and a single quote inside of it, and we call images. Okay, not only the images, you call next to it, you call you add a bracket also, and you add a single quote inside of it, you call the name of it. Okay. Also, we have to increment it. This one, and I'm going to put a semicolon here, space, $I, and plus. Okay. Now, guys, here, follow me. Here, you can create a space. Here, you put it. Okay, parentheses. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to put something for you, some notes. I'm going to say get the image, okay, get the image extension, okay. This is where I get the image extension. At this time, I put PNG, JPG. I can put more, okay. It could be more, okay. Now let's continue. Okay, now I say extend ext equal, this is a path info, okay, path info $, this is what I call file, okay. I call file, I put a bracket and a single quote. Now I call images, okay. I call images. I do pretty much the same thing here. And next to it, I put a bracket and put a single quote. I call name. And at this time, I call I. Okay? Bracket. I, no single quote. $, I. And I put a comma after. Space. And now I call the path info extension. Let me input it. Path info underscore extension, and semicolon at the end. This is done. Okay, let's continue, guys. Now I'm going to put some notes for you. Okay, and put some notes for you. Okay, let me check for something. Looks like something's not right. Yeah, let me see. For I equals 0, I less, strictly less, count 5. This is one parenthesis I'm looking for because I have one here. This one, I have to cut this one out. Cut this. It should paste after. Paste it here. Yes, this is it. This is for count. This one. Open here. Close here. This is 4. After 4, open here. Close here. Okay, this is for 4. I can. Sometimes when I'm coding, this is what I do. I want to forget, and I say end of 4. Okay, just to remember. Okay, guys, now let's continue. Now, the file extension. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add a few notes for you here. Now, next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say for the image name will contain a unique code. Do you know why? Just to prevent, let me say that, to prevent multiple images with the same name. I want to prevent multiple images with the same name. We want take it, okay, with the same name. Okay, now for description, I'm going to say image. Okay, image path equal. Now after image path, I have to call where you store image. I have to call this little guy. Okay, image path equal, and paste this here, and space that unique ID. Okay, space that space ID space that I space that single quote and period inside of it, and you go outside, space that, and now you call the extension path. You call this guy and add it over here, paste it. Okay, this is done. Okay, guys, now what I want to do, I want to check to make sure the image is valid. Okay, let me check to make sure the image is valid. Okay, for this I say if. I use if. Okay, if not empty. Okay, if there is image, if not empty the file, I call if not empty file bracket semicolon images, go outside, put another bracket and semicolon temp name underscore name. Okay, and next we call I, this little guy, copy, and you can paste it here. Okay, we need one more bracket. Okay, close it. I. Now for the file size, after that, every time you see temp name, we need the file size. After I, we need space. For the file size, for the file size, we need a 500,000. 500, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. This is let me see. This close 1. This is if not empty. if not empty, okay, this close this one. We got one extra. We need, let me see, 1 2 1 2, what we should get 1, and we cannot get the file size yet because we don't get the image size. We should get the image size first. So let me see, if not empty file image temp name I, okay. This one we should cut this out and paste it over here. Cut this one, okay, and paste it over here. Okay, now we should get the image. That means we don't need this. We don't need this yet. Let me show you guys. We don't need this yet. Okay, we'll cut this and with %. Okay, now we can get the image. Get image size. Yes. Get the image size, file underscore. Okay, now we call file bracket single quote, and we call images. Next to it, we need a temp name bracket single quote temp name. This is tmp underscore name temp name. Okay. Now, and then after that, we call I again. This little guy, we can copy and paste it next to it. Okay, I think let's continue now. This is for if. This is for if. Okay. Okay, now this is where we're going to add our code. Okay, guys. Now this is where we have. I'm going to mention the size of the file. If I say if not, that means if the file is not exist. Okay, if there's no file. I said file. If the file is not exist. I say image. Now I call if the file is not exist, I have to call image path to check. I copy this and paste it inside of the. Okay, if the file is not exist, I say file path. Okay, space %. Encapsulate file. No, this is not get, this is file. Okay, bracket single quote. Okay, I call images, and I call not only the image, I call the size, bracket single quote, the size, also I, this little guy. Copy and paste it over here. Okay, and now I can mention the size. I do this 500. This equal to 5 MB, 5 KB. Yes, 500. One more 0. Good. This is if. Remember, this is if. You do this. Okay. Now, next thing, guys, I want to make sure that the image size is limited to a maximum of 500 kilobytes. Okay, you can change the value above. You can change the value above if you want, or if everything check out, we can move the uploaded image to its final destination if we want. Okay. Now, for this reason, the image size should be limited. Okay, I'm going to say image size should be 500 KB. Okay, you can change it up. You can change it above. Okay, let's continue. Now I have to move the upload file. Now if the file does not exist, you have to. Okay, not let move uploaded file. I'm going to say move uploaded file. Now I call $_ I call file bracket single quote. Oops, I call okay bracket single quote. All right, and I put images next to it. Okay, I have to call. Oh, this is inside. This is a next. I say next. Okay, yes. It doesn't want to take it. Single quote. Now the size. No, this is if I call image. Okay, move the file. Uploaded file. Image. Now I have to call the name. Okay. Images name right here. Okay, yes. Name. Let me see to make sure I got it right. If not empty, file images, temp name, yes, images, because if I want to move uploaded file, it has to be images and temp name, not name. Okay, it should be oh nope. This is temp name. Okay, temp name. Okay, now I have to call this line. This little guy next to it, and then paste it. Okay, and then we save the comma, not destination. You're not gonna use the destination, but instead I'm going to say image path. Okay, semicolon. There's semicolon. Next line of code, guys. I'm going to use a statement. This statement will prepare to insert into the image, okay, folder. Okay, now I say for the statement, say STMT, stand for statement, and for security purposes I use a PDO. Okay, now I have to prepare for me to insert single quote into image, the images. Okay, now the value the values have to be null, comma, question mark, comma, and question mark. Okay, and don't forget, as you can see, we have a single quote after that, and we close this one with a semicolon. Okay, and next statement I want the statement to execute. If you prepare something, you have to execute it. We forget to add the sign. Yes. Okay. Statement execute bracket. Now this time we call $, comma. We call the image path, and close this one with a semicolon. Okay, guys. Remember this is end for. I can move this over a little bit. Okay. Now next thing, what I want to do is next after that, I want to let me put something. This is where I told you before, this is where I'm going to set the cookie to prevent multiple reviews on the same page. Okay. I'm going to say set cookie to prevent user from writing multiple reviews. Okay, for this I say set cookie single quote. I say review space that $, and I call the get, okay, bracket single quote for the page ID. Remember that above page ID, and we go next to it, we put a comma space. It should be true. I set it to true, comma space for the time, okay, space concatenate 10, the value 10, time 335 days to 65 days, time 24 hours, 24 hours, time 60 seconds, all of them 60 and 60 minute, 60 seconds, yes, 60 minutes, okay, this is done. We can, now this is set, I set cookie, now this is done, guys. Okay, now as I'm done, I have to exit everything, put single quote. Now I'm going to say your review has been, for the message, has been there is no error, submitted. Okay, and I close this one with a semicolon. Okay, let's go, guys. Now next thing is okay, next line of code I'm going to add is if the limit variables exist. Now you can add the limit clause to the SQL statement. Okay, let me go after that. I'm going to say a limit. I'm going to say limit equal is set, okay, $ underscore get, bracket single quote, I call current. Now this time I have to use current for the current pagination page, underscore page, and I put a comma here, space get, bracket single quote. Now it's for the reviews per page. Okay, and after that I put a space question mark, and I put a single quote, and then when I'm done I have to add a limit. Now I'm going to say, okay, single quote, okay, after single quote I'm going to put a limit space, okay, current, okay, and space, okay, reviews. This is reviews, okay, perpetuation page, okay, now space, colon, space, single quote, and now I close it. Next line. Okay, guys, now what I want to say here is what I want to say. Now I'm going to create the sort button. When you're going to sort it, you say sort by, okay, equal single quote. For the sort, you use order by submit, it, and for the descendant, you use a descendant like this, and you close this one. This is done, and use an if statement. If is set $get, okay, bracket, and then this is where we use a sort by, okay, if Okay, let's continue. I can add a few notes for you. Now this is where the user has changed the sort by. So this is where user has changed the sort by. And I'm going to say sort by, okay, space equal, yes, equal $ underscore get, bracket single quote sort by equal single quote. This is where you add newest, okay, out space question mark single quote order by, okay, space or dot submit date. This is a descendant, okay, space colon $, this is a sort, okay, sort by. This one done. And what we can do, we can copy the first line and we can paste it over here. We need 4 of them. Paste. Now we can make some changes, okay? The second one, sort by, this is a newest. I want to put oldest. OLD, okay. Sort by, this is the ascendant. This is a ASC, okay. The third one, not newest, you put, this is a rating underscore highest, okay. Semicolon, within highest space, question mark, order by. The second one, let me fix this one. Let me see. That submitted ascendant. This is correct. The third one, this line of code, within highest space, question mark, order by, r dot not submit, r dot not. Oh, sorry. This is not submitted. This is submitted. Submit date. This is submit date. Here I can fix this. This is submit date. Right here. Okay. For the third line, highest order by r dot waiting. Okay. Descendant. This is sort by. This is okay. The last one. This is waiting highest. We need waiting underscore. This is our lowest. Order by r dot, okay, r dot waiting. That should be changed from descendant to ascendant. ASC. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. We can go back now. We can go to our web browser and refresh the page. You don't see anything yet. The reason why you don't see anything yet, we need to add some line of code inside of reviews.js, and also we need reviews.css. So I'm going to stop here for part 2. And remember, if you do not subscribe yet to my channel, please do that. And see you in the next one for part 3. This is where we stop after start by. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next one.